Hey guys, what's up? Thanks so much for stopping by. If this is your first time here, my name is Danna. I'm so glad you decided to come by and hang out. If you happen to like what you see today, I would love if you subscribed and joined the fam. In today's video, we are going to be demoing, swatching, talking all about the brand new Sailor Moon and Colourpop collection. I screamed when I saw this launch just because I remember being a kid growing up in Okinawa, Japan, and watching Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z every single day before school and after school. I don't think we had cable. We may have like later on, but in the beginning, I don't think we had cable when we first moved to Okinawa. So the only cartoons I really ever remember seeing on TV were Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon. They weren't dubbed. Everything was in Japanese. There was no subtitles, but I lived for it and I watched it every single day. So this collection, I was just so excited for. So I will say initially, like when I saw the colors, I'm like, they're not even really like my type of colors, but I don't care because the packaging and everything was just amazing. I know you can purchase the entire PR kit. I believe it retails for $89, or obviously with all the other previous Colourpop collections, you can purchase the items individually. So first up, we have the Sailor Moon Pretty Guardian Colourpop Pressed Powder Palette. Here is the outer packaging. This one retails for $20. I believe that's $2 more than their typical 12-pan palettes, but I'm guessing it's because of the packaging. As you can see, it has I just watched, I think it was an episode of How It's Made or something the other day. I think it's called like lenticular packaging, right? Where it's just that little kind of like 3D animated. I don't know how well it's pulling up on camera. And then inside you have 12 gorgeous shades. Now, whenever I first opened this, I was just like, oh, those are really pink, and I don't wear pink eyeshadows too often, but how many neutral palettes do I already have in my collection? So I always think it's good to have something that's like soft and colorful. Right off the bat, I will tell you, even though these colors are very vibrant in the pan, they apply very soft onto the eyes. I talk about this later in the demo as well, but I think that's really gonna cater to a certain group of people. I know some people like high intensity pigment right off the bat. They do like a great job blending, so it doesn't matter. But other people who aren't quite as experienced, I know sometimes they prefer something that's a little bit softer. As you can see, the colors are still very like vibrant on the eyes, but it gives you an opportunity to build it up so you're not just left with like a hot pink shadow on your lid right away. You can definitely go in and build up the intensity. All these colors blend together beautifully. The only shade that I didn't really play with is Full Moon and Shining Moon, but they were just kind of, oh, no, I did end up going in with Moon Castle. I don't know if I showed it or not, but in here you have a mixture of just their traditional pressed shadows as well as some of their pressed Super Shock shadows. This one here in the center, I'm not sure if this is considered a pressed glitter or a Super Shock shadow. I'll have to check online. I don't think it's labeled. Okay, this one must be a pressed glitter because on here it's noted that it's not intended for the immediate eye area. I will say though, it's not quite as chunky as some of their other pressed glitters. For instance, the one that was like in the Sweet Talk palette, I love that glitter. I still use it on my eyes. It's definitely like use at your own risk. But this one does feel a lot more fine in comparison. So if you were curious in person, I almost thought it was a Super Shock shadow just because it's not quite as like heavy, chunky, glittery as some of the other shades. So this palette is definitely going to cater just to a certain demographic of people. If you don't like colored eyeshadows whatsoever, then this is probably something you could skip on. But people that are true makeup collectors, I know, purchase things for the packaging as well. And this was a collection that was definitely that for me. Luckily, I received it as PR, but either way, I planned on purchasing it just because, I mean, hi, Sailor Moon. Okay, so there is the palette. I will be doing a demo later on in the video. Moving on to the blushes. These retail for $12 a piece, the actual outer packaging. I plan on keeping the packaging of this collection. I don't even care. Judge Judy's come for me, but I mean, seriously, how cute is this? So you have Luna on the outside, both of them. It's just the same. No. So both of the blushes have the same outer packaging. You just have Sailor Moon and Luna. So first up is the shade Cat's Eye. This is actually the one that I wore today. In the pan, there is an imprint of Luna's face, and then you have a mirror with little crescent moons all around the side that are holographic. It is so, so cute. Then the other shade is From the Moon. To be honest, these are the type of blush shades that I declutter right away. This bubblegum Barbie type of pink, it just does not work on my skin tone. I'm not a fan of it, but in this instance, it worked out perfectly. So now I won't feel bad using this blush because I'll still have Luna's face on this one. But if you are a fan of bubblegum pink, white bubble, I can't say that, bubblegum pink blushes, this one will be right up your alley. These blushes definitely, I cannot do the BL today. Like, I don't know what's happening. The blushes pack a punch. They are super pigmented. I did barely dip my brush in this just to see, and she's a vibrant one. So if you've been on the hunt for an affordable pink blush, that's a doozy, that would be it. All right, and then we have two lip bundles. There is the Moonlight bundle and then the Daylight bundle. I thought this was really cute because Daylight, it's Usagi, and then the Moonlight, just like at nighttime whenever she goes to her alter ego, it is Sailor Moon. Both of them have Luna on the outside. So on my lips right now, I'm wearing the Daylight bundle. So I have Usagi and then the Moon Tiara. To be honest, I'm not crazy about the blotted lip formula. It's just not one of my favorites. Even when I go in with a gloss on top, it always, like on the inner parts of my lips, it starts to get a little like clumpy. I definitely prefer just like the Ultra Satin lips over the blotted lips, but I'm gonna be keeping it because the packaging is everything. The tops actually kind of have a soft matte feel with the gold moons all over them. The only thing is, I kind of wish, I realized they didn't do it just because they want to keep the cost low. At least they did something to make this collection, stand out more with the packaging. But how cute would it have been to have the little like scepters on these? Oh, I would have loved that so much. Or the compacts, to have like the actual compact. I remember having like a toy lip gloss that was a compact and you opened it and it had like music and then little lip glosses inside. I wish I still had that. There's like certain things where I'm like, man, I really wish I would have held on to that forever just because it was so cute. And then in the Moonlight collection, the blotted lip is called Bunhead, and then the gloss is called Sailor Moon. This is more of like a really cute salmon peachy pink gloss topper. I definitely do prefer the glosses over the blotted lips. I will say though, if you've never bought an ultra glossy lip from Colourpop before, the brushes are always stiff in the beginning and you just kind of either have to like press them onto the back of your hand or onto your lips just to really break apart the bristles. Once you do that once, then you're good to go. But don't be alarmed if you purchase this and you try to apply it and you're like, what the heck? Really pointy and sharp. You just have to go in and break up the bristles and then you'll be able to glide the product right on. Both of these glosses though are absolutely beautiful. If you are a fan of the ultra blotted lip, it is worth picking up the bundle, or I realize it's stupid to buy makeup just for the packaging, but sometimes you're just a collector and sometimes there's certain things that just bring back so much nostalgia that you have to, okay? And this was one of those items for me. Okay, and then finally we have some of the Glitterly Obsessed. This is another product from Colourpop where if I ever receive PR of this, I pretty much always get rid of it because I don't wear body glitter. These you really shouldn't wear on your eyes, even though I wear the pressed glitters on my eyes. The Glitterly Obsessed definitely have like thicker, hardier chunks of glitter in there that could really cause some damage to your eye. But the packaging of this one is so perfect. Like I feel like if you were to go to Japan and go into any little drugstore, you'd find something very similar to this. They just did such a great job with this one. And I don't know, I guess just because it's a cute little cube. This one is just more of like a baby pink with opalescent lavender, baby blue, and green little glitter pieces in it. This one is really pretty, but like I said, do not use this on your eye. The outer packaging is very cute too. It's just a soft baby pink and it has a little moon on there. But this next one, Moon Prism Power, is so freaking cute. If you're someone who does apply like little glitter particles to your cheeks, I know sometimes people will do like a little bling. This one would be perfect because this one has little pieces of star and moon glitter in it. It is so, so cute. I wish this one was an eyeshadow or they had a glitter like this in the palette just because this would be beautiful all over the eyes. But yeah, there's definitely sharp pieces of glitter in there. But if you have someone who is a body glitter lover, these would be great for them. Or, I mean, it totally makes sense because I feel like this entire collection is very like 90s and nostalgic, and body glitter was a thing then. Do y'all remember like roll-on body glitter? Man, I went through bottles of that stuff in middle school. Okay, so there's a rundown of the products. Now we can go ahead and move on to the application portion of this video. Let me know what you guys think of this collection. If you plan on picking it up, if you already picked it up, what's your favorite? I'm so far really happy with everything minus the blotted lips, but that's just all personal preference. Like I said, it's just not a formula that I really like from Colourpop. And then the one pink blush, just because this was like way too pink, but the packaging and the imprint in the pan totally made it all worth it for me. So let's go ahead and move on to the tutorial portion. I probably could have benefited from some self-tanner today. I feel like I'm almost blending into my background. All right, on my eyes, I did go ahead and pop on some lid primer. I actually haven't been wearing eyeshadow primer that often lately, but there are some pretty vibrant colors in here, so I thought the white would help a bit. And then just here under my brows, I'm gonna go in with a nude shadow primer. This is just one from the drugstore. It's JCat Beauty's All About That Base Nude Shadow Primer. So I think I'm gonna dip into Twilight Flash first. It kind of looks like Kraft mac and cheese powder in the palette. And I'm just going to apply this all over the crease and upwards a bit. This brush I've really been liking just for an all over color. This is another JCat Beauty product. It's their Pro Makeup Around Eyeshadow Blending Brush, number 35. It's massive, but it's like the perfect density. It's not too loose, it's not too floppy. So it really just dispenses the color perfectly, especially for one that you're just wanting to blast all over the eye. I'm sure I could go in and really pack the color on with a shader brush to get more pigmentation. I don't know if Shae from That Girl Shae XO has uploaded her video yet or not, but if you're fans of Colourpop, I'm sure you're already fully aware of her channel, but she goes in and does full eye swatches of every new Colourpop release. So if you are curious of what each of these shades look like packed on the lid, I'll go ahead and see if she has her video up and link it down below. Either way, I would recommend checking out her channel if you guys do like Colourpop. She pretty much covers every single collection. All right, now going into the shade Miracle Romance, I think I'm going to keep this concentrated more on the outer half of my lid. That way I can go in with Luna, the more shimmery lavender, on the inner corner. This is a really, I feel like I need to change my earrings now though, because the pinks are totally clashing, but this is a very pretty, vibrant, springy color. Okay, and then taking Justice, I'm just going to blend this right on top of the pink. And as you can see, just mixing that yellow and pink together, I'm getting another really pretty orange shade. These colors are blending together beautifully though. I feel like I kind of have like a pastel tie-dye effect going on without even really trying, so that's nice. I think I'm gonna start off with Luna, which is just this gorgeous, soft lavender, and really just pack that onto the inner corner. And lightly tap some of it right onto that matte shade. Oh, this looks so nice and rosy though. Let's place some of this just right on the inner corner and begin lightly pulling it out, just right on top of Luna. Now moving on to the blushes, we have two different options. From the Moon, which is more of like a bright Barbie pink, and then Cat's Eye, which I think this is going to be the one that I go in with today. There is a little flecks of shimmer in this blush, but I think it'll be okay. I don't even want to dip into it. I don't want to ruin the little imprint of Luna because it's so stinking cute, but we got to do it. Okay, so this is just a Colourpop F14 brush. It's just a really nice stippling brush, but whenever I have a blush that's pretty pigmented like this, I want to go in with a lighter amount first and just build it up, just because I don't want to have crazy hot pink cheeks right off the bat. This is a great brush for these more vibrant colors just because it really lets you go in and build it up to your liking. Like I feel like that is plenty of color, especially with the eyes and the lips. I don't want to go super bold. That's it for this one. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. If you like what you saw today, I would love if you subscribe. That way we can hang out some more in the future. Hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.